Hi everyone, it's Emma, otherwise known as Gazette Girly, and either welcome or welcome back to my channel where I talk about zines, which are handmade magazines or publications. So we're doing another monthly zine roundup, so I'm going to be showing you all the zines I made in February. I only made 2 zines this month. It's already March. I only made 2 zines throughout February as it was a bit of a challenging month for me. At the start of February, kind of within that first week, it was just kind of like an abundance of change and kind of bad energy. Like the vibes weren't great. I basically started off February finding out I had a really bad injury. I've got really bad iliopathic tendonitis, otherwise known as dancer's hip, but it's not as nice as dancer's hip sounds. It's quite painful. I've really messed up my oblique. The physio was like, this could be caused by ovarian cysts. So then I got a lot of health anxiety, and I also got told like I can't do a lot of my hobbies anymore because they're all very physical. I was like, yeah, you can't do weightlifting, you can't do aerial hoop, like you can do yoga, but that's kind of it at the moment. So I'm finding that very frustrating. And also within that week, a colleague I've worked with who was also like the person I did my interview with was leaving, and she's very much been like there since I've started the current job I have, has kind of been like a mentor to me as well, like a really amazing person to work with, and like she was leaving that week. And then the worst part of the start of February is our amazing dog Willow had to be put down. She had quite bad health issues, and we were kind of aware that we were gonna put her down at some point. It was kind of like unexpected about how soon it was. Like I came into the kitchen on that Monday after like all of this happening, and then it was just like, yeah, Willow's getting put down tomorrow. I was like, it was a lot. It was a lot to deal with in the space of 1 week. And I feel like my brain just was struggling a bit to deal with that much emotion and that much change. But I did make 2 zines, and my creative energy was kind of hindered a bit. But you know what? I'm really proud of the 2 zines I did make this month. And now we'll get into those after that really fun and joyful life update. So the first zine I made was this zine here called Big Sky. So the incredible Iwana from Artazine hosted like a February zine challenge, and it was like each week was a new type of fold and a new type of zine theme. And the first week she launched the challenge, the theme was Big Sky. And originally I feel like if I wasn't in the headspace I was in at the start of February, this would have been a lot more whimsical, a lot more chill, and just a bit more fun. However, I actually really like the idea of using the theme of Big Sky to talk about the grief I was experiencing and kind of just like grief in general. And this is actually the first ever poetry zine I have made. I'm quite insecure about my creative writing, and I think that comes from me doing creative writing AS level and just struggling with self-comparison around other people, even though that was like 10 years ago, and just always having that little negative voice in my head like your writing isn't good enough. But you know what, with zines, they're so personal, and as long as I like what I make, I feel like I'm okay with that. So I challenged myself to just I'm not even sure if it counts as poetry, just kind of like prose about how I was feeling about grief. And yeah, it goes.
I thought I would find you there, under the vastness of indigo and periwinkle that stretched out over us. I long to pull the sky down from above and wrap you into it like a blanket. Maybe it's selfish of me to want to hold you forever. I called out your name and was met with the echo of my own voice. It ran around my eardrums and my heart grew frantic. All it could hear was the sound of your absence. I know you're out there somewhere. I will never stop searching for you. There will be traces of you scattered amongst every universe. You will be there, under every rock or in every star. Maybe next time I'll find you there, under the big sky, like I wish we promised.
And the background I used for this was this map that I got in like a really cute collage scrap kit. And I felt like it was a really nice background to kind of use for this theme, and like just really emphasizing on the idea of searching and looking for someone and just really wanting to find someone again as well. And this was the cover, and I wrote Big Sky, and then on the very back of the zine I wrote, I'll meet you there. So this was the first zine I made in February. The second zine I made in February was this zine here called Growing Pains, and this actually kind of explored the health anxiety I was having, and like just kind of adapting to a body that doesn't function how it used to, and kind of like the unexpectedness of that happening. And I actually did this at an amazing zine event that was on at the British Academy. It was hosted by Girl Zine Fair Lou Williams, who is an incredible zine maker. I got to meet her. It was like such an amazing night, and I was just kind of, I was a bit in awe the entire time. I was like really tired on that day, and I was like tempted not to go, but I was like, no, we're gonna show up for this. And I'm so glad I did. I also met some really amazing people there, and it was a really fun night. And I've never made a zine like this before. This is kind of, I want to say this is like is it A4? Well, I used A4 paper to make this zine, and we also used like these kind of like oar sticks to like puncture holes in the paper and like bound it by thread. And I'm definitely going to be using this kind of like zine. I don't want to call it a fold because I've just kind of folded paper in half, but like this kind of way to bind zines in the future. I really love how this looks. And yeah, so I basically was really inspired with this image, and going into the workshop I kind of knew I had this idea that I kind of wanted to talk about the health anxiety I was experiencing, and this is just kind of what came from it. And I'm just, honestly, I was really surprised by how well this zine came out. I didn't actually finish it within the workshop. I think I did like maybe 6 pages, and then I completed the rest at home. But it was very, like, it felt like both of the zines I made this month were very much needed to be made, and I'm very like proud of what I did, even though the start of February was just like really rough. And I didn't have time to do the zine project. I kind of decided I wanted to work on each month called Heart on My Zine. That kind of fell apart. Maybe I'll do like February and March is like projects like in one go, and I've definitely got a lot of zine ideas like in my brain that I need to make. I just kind of felt like I needed February to kind of chill and relax a bit, and I feel like, you know, I made only 2 zines, but these 2 zines were all I needed to make throughout February. And I think it's kind of important as well when you're going through a lot in life not to put that pressure on yourself to be like, I have to create, I have to keep going, because I feel like that can also then, it just becomes pressure you don't need. And I feel like with zine making, it very much is still like a hobby for me, even though it kind of feels like it is becoming something more, and I feel like that is just from my love for the zine community. But yeah, sometimes making zines about the crap you're going through, it's needed. It's a really nice creative outlook, and just kind of getting all your internal thoughts just out into the world is helpful. And it's really nice to see like how other people kind of resonated with the themes of these zines as well, and just kind of getting out of that comfort zone to share such personal zines, which I always find a bit anxious to do. So yeah, those are February zines. And also, if you've made any zines over the month of February, please like comment them and share them down below. I would love to see them, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching this video.